Yesterday we had our GM and I was there watching it all go down, guys. And today I'm delighted to say that we have approval and we can proceed with the IPO. Let's go, Argo! Yeah.
Coincidence.
Yeah.
Coincidence.
Yeah.
Coincidence.
Something that happens by chance, I think not. What's the crack, everyone? Welcome back to Buy Wholesale. My name is Damien and I hope you are all well. Today's video, guys, is just an update on the GM as promised. We had it yesterday. I was there taking notes, watching it all, and it was a long day yesterday, but it was good. We're going to look into the percentage of voting that's went through. Resolution 2 did not go through. We will talk about that. We'll also have a quick look at the charts at the end of the video. I'm kind of going to do a two-part video because this video is just going to be far too long and I really want to try and get in deep. So tomorrow's video I'm going to kind of leave all the Q&A questions that came from the meetings. I haven't forgot about the ADR video and stuff that I was hoping to do, and I'll give all that kind of update on that tomorrow. Today's video we're just going to specifically talk about the GM. I would love again for you to give me your comments at the bottom of the video just to get a bit of a discussion board going. There's a lot of moving parts of Argo at the minute. It is exciting. And here's just a snippet of the post-GM Q&A that Peter did, and he just sort of explains it in his own words.
The resolutions that have passed, resolution 4 and 5 in particular, will allow us to go ahead and do a US IPO. On resolution 2, the equity plan, the equity incentive plan, you know, we hear the message from shareholders that wasn't phrased the right way right now, or it wasn't constructed the way in which shareholders could support it. So we hear that message, and we're going to revert back. We're going to do some thinking about it. And when appropriate, we'll come back to shareholders.
I don't see the point in rehashing and going over each resolution and what they're about. I've done a video previously, guys, when I did it earlier. Go in and check that out if you want a bit more meat on the bones. But for the purposes of this, guys, I'm going to assume that you know all about the resolutions, and these are the percentage votes. So number 1 got 76.76. Big majority of people there. As we said, point 2, unfortunately, about a third of people were in favor of that. We'll talk about that in a moment. Number 3 is 81.85, so again, landslide. Resolution 4, a landslide. Waiver of pre-exemption rights, resolution 5, again, landslide. 3/4 of the people in favor of that. And the final one, guys, absolute landslide. Adoption of new articles of association, 90.74%. Good to see all shareholders, the majority are in favor with Argo's beliefs, but resolution 2 did not go through, the equity incentive plan. Argo and Peter are clearly very keen on getting this one through, and in the group chats that I've been in, there's been debating back and forth. A lot of people just see it as a way going to maybe hurt the company, more expenses and all that. And to be fair, if that is the concerns people have, they would be right. That is probably going to obviously eat away profits, eat away revenue, and it's going to maybe potentially have a negative impact on share prices, which is ultimately what everybody's worried about. However, I do see it as an important thing. Look, at the end of the day, we're looking to get on the IPO on the NASDAQ. The reason we're looking to get onto the IPO on NASDAQ is to be in level playing field with the likes of a Riot blockchain, for example. So to get on that level playing field is well and good. So we're both in the NASDAQ. We can both be competitive in that space. However, if Riot blockchain can go out and entice the best players in that space with incentive plans that are pretty much standard across the board, Argo's not going to be able to compete if it doesn't have these incentive plans. Now, this is very, very high level. I appreciate that. You have to spend money to make money, and that's just the way that it is. I know that if I was in that space and I was a market leader and I had a job offer from both companies and I was looking at it going, well, which one? Oh yeah, the incentive plan. I'm going to go with that, guys. You're going to have to take on all these things to continue to grow. It's just a part of it. Now, I would like to have a wee bit more details in exactly what the full details of the incentive is. And I can understand the concerns that the shareholders have, 2/3 of them that are opposing it. For me, that's all that's probably needed here. It's just a wee bit more understanding. I'm convinced that this is a good thing, but I even have got a bit of concerns on it. So I'm very much bullish in the whole point of spend as much money as you need to get this thing as big as possible. I'm more than content with perhaps a bit of dilution, perhaps a bit of selling your Bitcoin to raise funds. I'm okay with that, and that was something that came out the other day as well. They sold 60 Bitcoin and everybody was going, well, why are you selling that? I'm not happy, blah blah blah. But what would you rather do than take out debt with interest to be able to fund these things? How do you grow a company without spending money, guys? If you look at it, Apple, Amazon, what are they all doing now? They're taking out huge loans, and these are the biggest companies in the world right now, guys. These guys are taking out huge loans to be able to reinvest, and that is the exact same thing here. They're selling Bitcoin probably at a great price of in and around 50,000, the highest it's been since February. They're selling coin at that price to be able to raise funds within, to be able to do the work and expand. I'm okay with that, and I trust that everything that they're doing is for the greater good of the company. And once we get on the NASDAQ and they have to do start proper filing, this will become more transparent and more apparent. So I'm okay with it all, guys. And I do believe, as shareholders, I voted for number 2 to go through. And I do believe that it is for the greater good. So, but a wee bit more meat on the bones will surely reassure shareholders that are doubting that. Well, we will get into the charts at the end, but you can see here, even just over the last 5 days, we've had a nice 5% rise. And that's quite good, guys. Over the month, 10%, mostly to the rise of Bitcoin over the last month. But that is good to see, guys. And if we go down here, top stories, we can see our friends in the Motley fool. Let's just have a look at this though, because I do like to see what negative press is out there. Argo blockchain share price might explode, but he ain't buying. Saying that revenue's up, it's more than doubled. Current forecasts indicate a full year revenue of 2021 for 79 million. Current market capitalization, 535 million yields, price to sales ratio of just under 7. That's quite low for a high growth company. And he's even saying here, first glance it would seem like the company is cheap. Argo blockchain at its core is effectively a commodities business. And he's pretty much saying it's based on Bitcoin prices, which is fair enough. I mean, yeah, of course it is. If Bitcoin was to come worthless tomorrow, Argo is gone. The bottom line, as things considered, my views in this business remain unchanged. ARB share price could be set to explode, but it could equally come crashing down if the mood surrounding cryptocurrency suddenly changes. Motley fool, honestly, like. And if we just even type in Argo blockchain Motley fool, if you go back, guys, this guy has been banging out articles left, right, and center, de-ramping the stock massively. And you know what it is? If you just read the headlines, why the share price is up 90%. Investors are buying Argo. They're all positive enough headlines, but at the bottom he's like, no, but I wouldn't be buying it because Bitcoin's too volatile. Okay, mate, don't slate the stock because you're terrified of Bitcoin crashing. Just stop reporting on it because you clearly have no clue what's going on. I did a video yesterday about Bitcoin. I'll share the link here. Bitcoin has a track record of proving that it continually rises. Now, it is high risk, highly volatile, but if you're in it for the long term, it's going to go to the moon. The only thing, and it is a risk, and we've talked about it on this channel, the only real big concern with Bitcoin is if the governments or whatever somehow came out and went, no more. It's too far down that road now for me that I can ever see cryptocurrency just being wiped out because governments don't like it. There's just no way in hell that countries are going to ban cryptocurrency to suit their agenda. There's just too much, there'll be just too much uproar. And that's just my own personal thoughts. I could stand to be corrected, but it just seems ludicrous to think that cryptocurrency could one day go away. And that's the reason why he's not invested in blockchain. If he doesn't want it, just stop it. But this de-ramping is just so unnecessary. Anyway, my rant over. We also have Marketwatch reporting on the news, guys, yesterday, just pretty much saying Argo blockchain shareholders reject new equity incentive plan. What annoys me, guys, is that this is all negative press. Where's the good stuff? Where's the news of the IPO? Where's all of that? But it is what it is, guys. It's up to us to spread the word, and that's hopefully what we're doing on this channel here. So we'll look at the charts now, guys. You can see here, this is the ARB. We will look at the USA one in a moment. You can see we've had about a 5% rise in a week. Now we're currently down 0.6% on the day, about £1.42 we're sitting at. We're above the 200-day, the 9-day moving average. Seeming to get resistance at the 100-day moving average. That seems to be a sort of a tipping point. You can see it's bounced off that of several times along the way. We will see how that goes over the course of the week. Not a huge rise on the back of the announcement yesterday. Did anyone really expect the resolutions that were to do the IPO not to go through? Everyone was like, oh, the IPO went through. Why would any shareholder oppose that? Okay, there was, for whatever reason, I have no idea. I would love to know why people would be against going on the IPO, unless they just like the volatility and I don't know. But whatever reason, to me, it was very, very obvious that those votes were going to go through. I guess the market's kind of baked that in. Now, it'll be interesting to see how the American market goes, because the American market has had one hell of a good run, guys. I mean, if you look at the lows there, of the 16th of July to the 3rd of September, it's up 78%. Now, we're not seeing that in the UK market. Bear in mind, yesterday the markets were closed. You can see here that 6.28% on Friday, which is a lovely rise. Now it looks like to be going down slightly in the pre-market, about 1/3%. It's only heating up there, the pre-market now, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes based on the news yesterday. People keep asking me, are these charts sort of linked? Well, they are in a way, because they're obviously the same company and the same stock, but they're never going to reflect each other. That will never be the case. And I don't want to speak too much about the Q&A and the ADR and stuff, because that's for tomorrow's video. I did ask Peter this directly, and he did respond to me directly. It pretty much confirmed everything that I thought. The symbol will change from ARBKF to ARBK, and that will be uplisted. So this is why this is getting such a throb, if you want to say it, because it needs to get itself into a position for that uplisting. But listen, we'll get into all that more tomorrow. That is the video for today, guys. If you have liked this, please like, subscribe. I'll do the Q&A tomorrow. I'm excited to do it, guys. So make sure to hit the alert button. Check out the links below as well for free shares, all of that good stuff, guys. And I'll catch you tomorrow. Hopefully, big day for Argo, and hopefully a good day for the markets. Enjoy.
Yeah. Coincidence. Yeah. Coincidence. Yeah. Coincidence. Something that happens by chance, I think not.